Hey, looky there, it's Anissa's wife. They just hit rock bottom. Oh no! Who could have seen it coming? Nobody saw this coming. How many episodes deep are we? I have no idea. I haven't been keeping count. Let's go, more Pegasus. Tell us how absolutely fucked these retards are.
Welcome back to Cinema So Good. It's
Woo!
playing in theaters now. In today's video,
More
Hassan
Pegasus
is
in
panicking
theaters.
and trying to control his insane community. Hassan orbiters continue to get cooked. Local puck iDubbbz is finally back and is getting absolutely destroyed by his own fans.
Why would he come back? Why would he come back? Should have just stayed away, stayed quiet.
Streamer XQC has called out Hassan for being a massive hypocrite. Hassan continues
Probably not going to call him out for being a terrorist supporter.
his beef with Asmongold and Tectone, and a bunch of more updates. Subscribe
Dude,
for
always
some
the
free
updates
ice
with
cream,
Ethan.
vanilla, chocolate, strawberry.
Apparently, Ethan has caught on to the whole pirate software situation. I'm probably going to be reacting to that whole thing pretty soon.
Whatever you want. Delivered by Jellywig.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin with Hassan talking to his community in Discord. Here we got a Discord chat. Hassan says, be normal, guys. Just treat people with kindness, of course. Don't assume that everyone's a fascist. Assume that they can change for the better. Have charitability for all. Suck it up and educate people. Be cool like
You mean re-educate people? Because that's what he wants.
me. Be cool and likable, of course. You need to sell this shit to others. Okay, so much to say there. First off,
I mean, he's not wrong. But violence doesn't sell well to the regular population unless you put it in a movie. When you're trying to get people to commit violence towards other people, especially out in the streets, not gonna happen. They're not into it.
what do you mean by sell the shit to others? Clearly, he wants to sell his ideology, which involves supporting terrorists, of course. He
Yeah, it's sell propaganda, 100%. That is what he's talking about.
says, be normal, treat people with kindness. Kind of like you treat, anybody that disagrees with you. Random Zionists, PDF files, mom murderers.
Well, he's right. He's right about this. But the problem is, he's not going to follow up on it. He's not going to do it. He's just saying it. It's a projection. He wants to do that, but he can't. He can't. He can't help himself. He has to be violent. He has to be pro-violence.
The way you talk about Jews in general.
That's what his
You are
audience
left
wants.
with a country that is packed to the fucking gills with the most inbred, uneducated, ultra-nationalist, rabid, Haredi population.
I don't feel like
Yep, sounds like a bunch of projection to me.
that classifies as very kind. And I feel
It's funny, Hassan's calling them inbred. Look at him. He looks like a pube.
like your cover doesn't work anymore because one of your orbiters, Mike from PA, messed up and accidentally exposed what you guys actually believe.
It is Jewish is not an ethnicity. This constructed ethnicity. This demonic ethnicity.
By educate people, he basically means not like going to college or trying to, educate yourself on the facts on the internet or doing any sort of research at all. He means go straight to his stream and watch him 10 hours a day so you can get brainwashed and become a fucking mind-numbing NPC. I mean, I don't know why he randomly sent this message. I feel like, I guess the calling
Thinking for yourself, why would you do that? That takes a lot of brain power. It's a lot of energy, man.
everybody a Nazi tactic wasn't actually working, but it's just funny to see this guy saying be cool and likable. The most
That's energy that I got to use for my furry fan fiction that I've been writing about Star Wars.
unlikable man, arguably on the internet right now. People responded, I genuinely do feel bad for Hassan. I think Ethan does too. He's so boxed in with his fan base and dumb orbiters like Mike that he probably has moments like this because he realizes how many dipshits he has around him. I mean, I thought like this first, but I feel like Hassan has had a million chances to correct this behavior. He is exactly like them. Like, I don't think he's a slave to his audience anymore. Like, he genuinely believes this shit.
Yep.
Is this a journal entry?
I think he is a slave to his audience, but you know, who was it that said it? Harriet Tubman? I would have freed more slaves if only they knew that they were slaves. He doesn't even know that he's a slave. He's just going with the flow because that's where the audience goes.
to himself, probably. Is it normal to support Hamas? No, actually, that's not normal. Be normal, and we have that fan that
It's pretty normal on the left.
came up to him and said, please, please, stop
Or at least to pretend to support Hamas.
drinking Diet Coke.
There's a lot of pretending over there.
list. If you stop drinking Coke, obviously Palestine will automatically be
I say over there like I'm not on the left. I'm on the left too. They're just like in a weird, far off place that I've never been to.
saved. In fact, I think Hassan should take it one step further. Stop streaming. You know, you're giving money to Amazon, bro. Anyways, moving on to Froggen. Okay, so last time, you know, we were talking about how she was dodging the server and a bunch of shit like that, and she had 5 days to respond before she was gonna get absolutely cooked and lose by default judgment. Well, turns out, as I predicted, she has actually responded. Froggen has actually gotten a lawyer, guys. Finally, right here we are on Twitter. Ethan responds after the news of the Froggen lawsuit extension, says her attorney reached out right before the deadline. We got this post on HCHC Productions. Ethan has shown unfathomable grace to Froggen by moving to extend her deadline.
I guess I was wrong. I thought that she was just gonna completely dodge this and pretend that it didn't exist. I guess I was wrong. That would have been the dumbest move possible, but I thought she was gonna make the dumbest move possible, honestly.
Stipulation for extension of time to file answer to October 3 complaint. So basically, it has been extended by about 60 days now.
Yeah, go ahead, stretch it out. Ethan don't care. That's just gonna be more content for longer.
Attorney finally reached out right before the deadline. We don't want to win on default judgment because it's open to challenge. Now we will win on the facts of the case. So Froggen has gotten a lawyer and has actually responded to Ethan. And people actually have a
Dude, we're gonna have content forever. It's never gonna stop. We're gonna keep riding this train.
different theory about this as well. The reason Ethan is actually giving this
All the
grace
way
and
off the
extending it by
tracks.
60 days to respond here is because he wants to go through the entire legal process of getting all her messages as well. So, you know, if you just have a
Damn.
default judgment, you might not be able to get to that level.
Yeah, they
maybe.
really don't want that.
Ethan should buy Sabra hummus with her first check from her. So good. It would be better if he won with Froggen by default and bankrupt her ASAP, so we had some entertainment watching Froggen goes broke before Denims and Caseytron.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I don't think Ethan will have to do that. He's just going to speed up the process. I think they're doing a pretty good job of that themselves.
I don't think so. I think we need more entertainment. You know,
Yep.
drag the shit out as long as possible.
Yes.
But I'm just a slop
Yep.
tuber. Obviously, I'm biased. I would love for it to
Agreed.
go on because you know, some people going broke, some people
The
doing
content.
the opposite here. Froggen
The
and Ethan's
juicy
lawyers have
content.
agreed to a 60-day extension after
That's
Froggen
beautiful.
responded to the lawsuit. Deadline to respond to the complaint is now October 3rd, which actually makes the differences between the case very long. So Denims and Casey will be processed much before Froggen here. She's actually bought herself some time. Therefore, it is hereby stipulated by and between the parties through their respective attorneys of records that the court grant the stipulation that
Man, by the end of this, Ethan's hair is going to be so white that he's just going to look like a Jewish wizard.
Froggen's deadline to respond to the complaint be continued from August 4, that's when, you know, the deadline we were talking about was, to October 3. Now, Froggen can respond to the complaint with any responsive pleading pursuant, but this rule, exception of contesting service, the court entered the order lodged currently herewith. Right, so if I understood that correctly, one of the stipulations here is that it is only extended if Froggen actually accepts that, you know, the service was done properly. I think that was like a fact of
she's been
contention,
served.
whether she was served properly or not, and I think they were contesting. Her lawyer was actually contesting it, but now she will have to say that, hey, Ethan's server actually did a good job with it.
I think there was a spider crawling in my hair. That was crazy. Anybody see that? I'm going to have to look that back because I definitely saw it.
Somebody asked why do people do this? Why grant that? Why agree to it? 60 more days of lawyer fees. I actually didn't think of that. That would, yeah, I feel like the longer this lawsuit goes on, the worse it is for Froggen, Casey, and Denims because more, you know, more lawyer fees, which Ethan can easily deal with. These people cannot. Shit, not gonna lie, I wanted her to lose by default.
So
I
bad.
actually, you know, I'm growing fond of her as a character in the series because how am I gonna...
Yeah, I think she's the main character right now in this saga. At least the most interesting. She is the most interesting antagonist.
To do my epic flashbangs if you know, if she's no longer in the series. I gotta keep you guys on your toes, you know, make you afraid to watch any Pegasus video ever because you might just randomly like flash, right? You're just like, you know, having a good time. Oh, I love this Pegasus guy, he's just a great guy.
Yeah. Froggen is like the Frieza of the Dragon Ball Z. She is the Frieza arc. And Hassan Piker, he is the Boo arc. The Kid Boo arc. Hassan Piker is Kid Boo because he is just deranged, insane, and retarded.
Watch him every day, and then boom, boom, a flashbang, and your day is ruined, you know? You gotta do it to you. You gotta do it to you. I gotta balance your dopamine levels, right? 60 more days of content for Ethan and me. Don't forget me. She probably would have preferred October 7th, so this seems like a good compromise. Oh my god. I mean, probably, yeah. She basically just burned through a chunk of what little she had for nothing. Don't worry, don't worry. She has an extra $100 thanks to iDubbbz, guys. She got an extra $100 from iDubbbz, yes. His wonderful fan base. All of the YouTube lores right now. Spectacular content, yo. Frogan the Hut gonna need to dip into the reserve funds to keep eating 30 Big Macs a day. I thought we established it was 52, guys. Now, you guys might think that this was because of Ethan's lores and Frogan actually negotiating, but it was actually because of me. Remember last video, I said, we tossed a salad into the building and then she came running out, all right? That's how we actually found her, guys. The salad strategy never fails. You don't need flashbangs when it comes to Frogan, all right? You just need...
Yeah. A nutritional, healthy meal that tastes like earth. Yeah, she's out of there, man. What are you talking about? No Thousand Island dressing? At least?
A salad, a piece of broccoli, chuck it in there, and she'll come running out. She will actually run for the first time, or whatever Jabba the Hutt does. Can we get a round of applause for Frogan? Woo! She has officially not lost by default judgment. Now you are back to square one. You gotta fight the case, which you will still lose. But hey, you got like 60 days here. Congratulations. Also, it seems that Frogan is using an independent lawyer, which is different from Casey Tron and Denims because they're going through like this big law firm or whatever. So I don't know why they're not using the same lawyer if like Casey and
it might go a little bit different for her then. This is going to be very interesting. It's just another twist in the storyline.
Denims are sharing one. Surely Frogan can do one too. But maybe they have some beef. Maybe, I mean, Casey is happy to throw both of them under the bus. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, moving on to yet another Psycho Hassan Orbiter, Bad Empanada.
It's just funny how like they look like terrorist supporters.
Ethan posted this on his Instagram. Bad Empanada's on the run. He knows we are closing in. We suspected he had fled back to Australia, but upon further research and verification, he has actually fled to Uruguay. This information is probably shocking for him to hear as he went to great lengths to obscure his escape from Argentina to Uruguay. George, if you ever decide to return to Australia, we will be immediately notified and a torrent of lawsuits will follow.
Damn.
You are easy to get in Australia, which is why you're doing everything to avoid returning. I also know you enjoy participating in sugar daddy websites.
Cool. Okay.
Every single time, guys, there's some form of degenerate. And while you may barely qualify...
I mean, I think the odds of these people being degenerate are very high because the odds of any human being a degenerate are very high. And when you are engaging in some kind of degeneracy, you're definitely most likely engaging in other types of degeneracy. Because you're a degenerate.
For the label in South America, you are just a repulsive broke loser in Australia. I know this scares you even more than the lawsuits. Bro, Ethan has some professional private investigators, bro. He got the guy from Mr. Beast's video, dude. Bro actually has John Wick on the case or something, dog. What the hell is going on? And the funniest part about all of this is that this is the guy who was trying to intimidate Ethan. He was trying to appear like this absolute psychopath, which he kind of is, but he was trying to intimidate Ethan, and then Ethan is responding like, hey, buddy, I'm hunting you down. You better keep running from country to country. Then he continues, why am I telling you all of this? So he looks over his shoulder every day. We are coming and we will win.
This is fucking anti-terrorism. This is like terrorism, but for the terrorists.
You can run from us, but we will catch you and we will ruin you. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Just posted a picture of him. Diabolical, bruh. Dude, how sad must your life be that you legitimately have to go country hopping to avoid lawsuits? The absolute pathetic state of every Hassan Orbiter, man. Moving on to iDubbbz. So iDubbbz is finally back and he's posted a new video called Are You Scared
Thought we were finally rid of him.
of immigrants. And what did I say, guys?
What?
Views are rapidly declining. If we just look at the numbers here, 7 million
Why would you
to 2 million to 500K to 150K, absolutely getting
just get away from politics? Just get away from politics. Get away from politics. Get away from politics. You're not smart enough.
obliterated. In fact, his subscribers have dropped below 7 million. He's back to
Damn.
6 now. He's gonna have to do
6'9".
another 6 mil special. And what did I say 80 episodes ago when people were bragging, oh, iDubbbz is so popular, he got 7 million views, Hassan was bragging about it, and I told you guys it was literally all just hate watchers. It was people wanting to see his downfall. And guess what? Peg's just vindicated again. In fact, this is getting so bad that people are commenting, oh my god, I didn't even remember I was still subscribed to you. Thanks for reminding me. Gotta unsubscribe now. Now you would think that
this is my main channel. I wouldn't be subscribed to him on my other channels because they're new. Oh boy, dodged a bullet on that one.
after 3 whole months of absolutely having the worst time ever, you know, people exposing him in like a million ways, he and Anissa got exposed for secretly taking money from a charity
That's
event,
crazy.
backstabbing
They didn't get canceled near as hard as Gerard the Completionist did. Probably because people didn't know that Gerard the Completionist was a degenerate piece of shit, and people know that these guys are, so there wasn't as big of a backlash against them, which is fucking bullshit. Because, like, if we're gonna cancel the Completionist that hard, we gotta cancel these guys even harder.
Ethan, lying about him, supporting the CPS call on his kids, and joining the dark side, the Hassan side. You would think that he would have learned, but in fact, he has
If you're friends with a terrorist-supporting freak, I'm sorry to say that you have joined the ranks of the terrorist-supporting freaks.
not learned his lesson. And in this video, he actually shouts out the GoFundMes of the Hassan Orbiters. Here we got this tweet. iDubbbz shouts out the fundraisers of Denims, Caseytron, and Froggen while scolding Ethan Klein. I really believe in their cases, actually.
I want to bring your guys' attention to some lawsuits that recently dropped. Froggen, Denims, and Caseytron have all been sued, and they are trying to fight.
Why are you dying on this hill? Why? Why are you choosing to die on this hill? It's fucking insane and retarded. You started all this, and you're trying to perpetuate it. Okay. More content. More content.
This off. I really believe in their cases, and I think
Me
it's
too.
important to either set
Yeah, I believe in their cases too.
a precedent or send a message that just because you're fucking rich and powerful doesn't mean that you can bully people on the internet, doesn't mean you can bully women, minorities, or fucking people who are poorer than you. And I think it would be good if they can continue to fight.
Yeah, you mean like your friend Hassan Piker does? Like, come on. And you act like that you aren't rich or weren't rich. I don't know about now. I think you pretty much fucked everything up and lost everything. But like, what happened, man? What happened?
This off. So I'm going to put the links to their GoFundMes down below. All right, everyone, that is going to do it for this episode of iDubbbz Complains.
Dude, what happened to this guy? This absolute
He's like complaining. He's bitching. Nobody wants to watch a grown man bitching. I mean, yeah, sure, you can bitch a little bit, but when that's the whole show, like, come on, man, what are you doing? You come off as a bitch when all you're doing is bitching.
pathetic husk of a man, Rick from Game of Thrones. Everybody call him Rick, bruh. This was the commentary legend everybody thought was the
Yeah, he could have called it, like, instead of iDubbbz Complains, he could have called it, like, iDubbbz Shits, and made the whole show where he's sitting on a toilet just talking shit about people. That would have been a way better idea. And really kind of falls in line with the kind of content that he makes, the kind of person that he is. He's a shitty person. Make a show where you shit on a toilet and you're shitting on people.
coolest guy back in the day, you know, this high IQ guy who could analyze your arguments and shit like that. And look at him now, bruh.
Yeah, you know what happened? He learned empathy and it replaced all of that.
This is the biggest fall off I've ever seen. First off, it doesn't matter what iDubbbz thinks about the lawsuit. Like, I love how he didn't even mention what the lawsuit is. He's just telling his fan base to go and donate, which basically tells you the intelligence.
Fan base? What fan base? I think a lot of those views were just people who were curious. Maybe like 10% of them were actual fans. I don't see how anybody could actually be a fan of iDubbbz unless they're just absolutely brain dead. But you know, there are people that are fans of Jack Doherty and Bobby Althoff, so sure, there might be some iDubbbz fans.
Level of these people. He didn't even mention that it's a copyright lawsuit. So he's basically saying, hey guys, just take my word for it. This is a false lawsuit.
Give Ethan more money. That's what he's telling people. Like, donate to these guys so they can lose and have more money to give to Ethan.
Gotta support the victims here. Like, if you actually thought that, then you would explain the whole situation. Oh, you would argue on the merits of the case. Be like, oh, actually, they did not violate copyright, and this is why it's a false lawsuit. And yeah, basically, iDubbbz is not making a legal argument here. He's basically just going, I don't like it. And obviously that is just not cutting it in court. And I just hate—
I mean, it is called iDubbbz Complains, am I right? That is what he's doing. He is crying. He is just being a big baby bitch.
How these people always try to twist the situation into some form of sexism, racism. Oh, Ethan is just bullying women and minorities. As if his audience doesn't have a—
Which, if he is, based. Even though he's not, but he isn't. So you're wrong. And you're stupid. You're fucking retarded. I wish he was. I wish he was bullying women. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Lot of women, and you know, he has employees as women. He has Ela, of course. It's basically a pathetic cope, right? Because Ethan specifically said why he actually sued these people. He laid out the extreme boundaries that they needed to cross. They committed the most severe copyright violations, maliciously stealing content, and admitting malice, okay, which is like the most slam dunk case.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime.
Yeah, you can't do that.
If you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here.
And honestly, he would be happy to sue Hassan as well, but unfortunately, Hassan was smart enough to not violate copyright there.
Actually, he wasn't smart enough. I think he was just lucky because he's dumb. It was dumb luck. He just ended up not wanting to watch content that was shitting all over him. He's like, nope, it's too long. It's from a guy that I don't like. It's all lies. I'm not even gonna give him the time of day. He's just so dumb that he just managed to miss it.
So anyone with a brain knows that this is not about bullying women and minorities, and him framing it like that just shows that the old iDubbbz is completely gone and he's turned into this new version of himself, this absolute soy cuck, far lefty, extremist piece of shit who associates with Hassan, an open terrorist supporter, and actually thinks he's on the right side.
Well, that's what empathy looks like. Don't you know, more Pegasus? Don't you know that there's a genocide going on?
Also, he makes the argument that it's a rich guy bullying poor people. I mean, you're supposed to be rich. Go ahead and help them. I mean, Hassan is rich. Fight back, you know? And yes, I'm aware. Courts can be exploited with money. Obviously, I usually don't support that. Obviously, I talk about the CoffeeZilla versus Logan case. Logan, this billionaire trying to win the case. Despite actually, in my opinion, being a scammer, he's exploiting the legal system to make it go on as long as possible, and that sucks. But again,
don't forget that he's like forcing the people that he victimized into being victims all over again.
Sympathy for vile people like Casey Denims and Frogan who tried to, ruin Ethan's life and, family essentially. And I can't help but think that Anissa is just behind the camera, controlling every move of this guy. It's just so pathetic. Ethan Klein is a minority though. He's a Jew with Tourette syndrome. He wants to be a bread tuber as well. At least they have good editing. Filming a video in your basement apartment is one thing when you're 23. It's another when you're a middle-aged man. This is just depressing to look at. It's sad. He's definitely ingratiated himself in this new community of bread tubers, right? This is like the Noah Sampsons, the Mike from PAs, all these like sort of Hassan
Dude,
orbiters,
yeah,
right?
they
And we all
all
know
look
where
fucking
that
weird.
path actually leads. It leads to you getting sued, you know, banned, arrested, just
It's not even that they're ugly. It's just that they're weird looking. Except Denims. Yeah, I can probably fix her.
all the negative downfalls possible. Wait, did they go so broke from Creator Class 3 that they had to sell all their furniture? Why the frick is he recording this out of a closet? To be fair, this is an improvement. If you watch the previous episodes of the series, this guy, like, his video feed was cutting off, bro. Like, he was sat on the floor with Anissa talking about how he, you know, like, he had to sell his house or something. He's trapped in his, like, basement and he can't even move out or something. It's just so tragic what happened to this guy.
Okay, so here's the
And it's kind of like, if you've got a little bit of money, it's not hard to do some things to make some interesting content. Somebody like me who doesn't really have any money, I can't really go out and do anything interesting. I kind of just got to keep grinding until I do have enough to do some cool shit, which I'm going to be doing pretty soon. I got some things planned.
fucking deal.
We're poor.
Newsflash, we're poor. That's why we're in the basement for a third or fourth week in a row.
I don't like Ethan, but I hate his enemies even more. Hopefully it adds him to the lawsuit. This meme is essentially iDubbbz' career. He's just got a guy, clown. iDubbbz needs his own fundraiser. Oh my god, that's crazy.
They're poor, but at least that they have an online presence. They can always do something to make a little bit of money, right?
We got this absolute moron. I think Ethan fricked up his whole case by openly admitting it was a setup. Yeah, he tricked them all into stealing his content, obviously. 133. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, Jesus freaking hell. iDubbbz, somehow you keep shoving your foot in your mouth over and over, stepping on the rake 100 times in a row. How do you not understand what this is about? Watching iDubbbz this is like watching my grandpa that got dementia. Now, if we look at the comments on his video, he's just getting absolutely toasted. Congrats on 6 million subs. Been here since 7 million. Pay your coaches the money you owe them. Oh my god, the amount of shit that iDubbbz and Anissa have done. Like, they have so much to atone for. You're the reason there's a singular chair in the hotel rooms.
Damn.
He loves watching. He loves watching from the fuck chair. What kind of humiliation ritual is this? This is like his own fans, bro. Oh my god. I really wish YouTube showed the dislike ratio in times like these. Oh yeah, it's like over negative or something at this point. So like 40% or something. I'm still searching for
Dude, that was the worst thing, in my opinion. The worst decision that YouTube's ever made was to get rid of that dislike button.
the positive comments. Oh look, Anissa's
It didn't
wife is
work.
trying to
It
tell
didn't do
another
anything.
country how they
Like, getting rid of it did not help anything. If anything, it made it worse. It made people want to look more at the dislike.
should behave. What a surprise. Please, Ian, share your thoughts on child marriage next time. Ay, ay, ay.
You
Yeah.
yourself were a child bride?
Yes. So I'm a child bride survivor, and at the age of 12, I was put into a child marriage.
They ignored us when we were like trying to fight child marriage, but then when they found out
Are they pro-child marriage?
Yeah.
take a hard
Must be
stance.
Makes one. Makes one.
Yeah.
Begs the question.
Bro is
Yeah, no, Hassan 100%. It's a bad thing. Just think, anything bad you think could happen, Hassan finds a way to support it and finds a way for it to be a good thing, actually. Child brides, actually a good thing. I bet he'd find a way. If the Houthi terrorists, if they like child brides, he's gonna like child brides. He'll find a way to get around it.
It's quite literally lobotomized. Dude, I don't know, like something happened to his head, bruh. The divorce arc is gonna be wild. It will be legendary. I
It's
just wonder
coming.
where
I think within the year, just like Ethan said, I think we got a year less.
all went wrong. Maybe this is all a dream, guys. Maybe you'll wake up tomorrow and iDubbbz is back to being semi-decent. Anyways, if we look at the description here, iDubbbz has linked all of their GoFundMe links. And if we actually go to the GoFundMe, iDubbbz has raised almost nothing. It was already 35,000. It is still 35,000. Bro just used an entire video to promote this and literally converted
Well, I mean, their broke audience isn't gonna pay for some GoFundMe for people that they barely like.
0 people. Like maybe somebody donated $6, bro. $6. Oh my god, this is so tragic, bro. Denims is also the exact same from when I checked the other day. Casey,
How does This ain't making no sense to me. How does Casey Tron have the most? How does Denims have the second most? And it's really close. Okay.
This is also the same. I think he maybe, you know, if we're being really generous, he might have moved like an extra $100 or something, which is actually tragic for a supposedly 7 million subscriber YouTuber, bro.
It's fucking bad.
Anyways, Ethan responded with this meme, and we just got iDubbbz, and we got him.
Honestly, I couldn't tell the difference.
Bro, absolutely crazy. You know, even regardless of iDubbbz's new opinion.
Oh look, I can't tell the difference again.
And everything like that. The thing is, he's no longer funny. Even if you disagree with Ethan, at least he has some humor here, bro. Like, look at iDubbbz, bro.
And you know what makes for good content for everybody?
Before and after iDubbbz found the ring Anissa. That's a crazy comparison. Anyways, moving on to XQC versus Hassan. Basically, in the past, Hassan has been calling out any form of gambling, right? Any form of gambling, including gacha games, right? Gacha games have these gambling mechanics. I used to play Pokemon.
Yeah, I'll agree with him on that.
TCG Pocket. I recommend you guys to stay away from gacha games, all right? It really,
Yep,
you know,
I agree with that.
unlocks another demon in you, which makes you want to spend money, all right? So, yeah, they kind of suck or whatever. But Hassan is a massive hypocrite about this whole thing. I'm not going to, like, demonize people for playing it. I've played it myself, right? But, yeah, basically, Hassan has this whole moral grandstanding position about all of this. He has this long-standing beef with XQC. Socialism is when you sling gacha games to your audience months after calling it streamlined gambling.
Find the casual
Dude, of
anti-gacha discrimination problematic?
Of course.
Okay, well, good luck. I'm not going to ever fucking defend you because I think gacha in and of itself is also horrible.
Yep, until it makes you money. When it makes you money, you'll change your mind. You'll change your tune. That's why you're a capitalist pretending to be a socialist. Because actually, capitalism makes you a lot of money. Socialism doesn't do that for you. I mean, it does, but only because you're actually a capitalist, not a socialist.
Don't understand it, but you know, to each their own. But I do feel like that's just also streamlined gambling. What is this? Open 1 time, open 10 time? Epic or higher rarity skin guaranteed with 10 opens. I don't even know what I'm doing. Wait, what am I doing? A decoder pack? No. Buy treasure box. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Hold on. Exchange platinum coins. Please exchange purified data to platinum coin to purchase. Not enough purified data. Purchase more. Okay, I need to get. Okay, I'm purchasing. I'm purchasing. I'm
Look
I'm
at
adding
him.
funds.
Look, he's got the bandana around his neck. He's styling. He's styling. Doesn't he look cool, guys?
Adding funds. I'm adding funds. I'm adding funds. Oh my.
I mean, another classic Hassan moment. The memes just create themselves. I'm adding funds, guys. I'm actually adding funds. I can't believe you're playing a gacha game, guys. Almost like you're a massive hypocrite. Who the freak in that gaming company thought it was a good idea? I wouldn't buy anything Hamas Piker advertises. That's crazy. Anyone sponsoring Hassan at this point is crazy. Socialism is also when you give your critics easy layups like this. But that would be asking him to have principles or even a sense of morality. Dude can't go one day without contradicting himself. Bro is down bad. No ads really hitting the socials real hard.
Just always projection, always lying, always against everything good, always pro everything bad, going against himself. Like, that's all he does. That's all he knows how to do.
There's not even one of the good or popular gacha games, lol. It's because it's the only one that would actually sponsor him that was apparently unaware of the terror support. When his own community doesn't notice, that's how you know they're brainwashed. I mean, that's actual cult behavior. As if defending him to the death wasn't already an indicator. Anyways, XQC had a field day with this. He basically calls out people being delusional and not seeing the facts right in front of their face.
Purified data. Purchase more. Okay, I need to get.
See, I love this chat, man. So yeah, the Hassan schizo, whatever.
That is way too close to my name. I don't like that.
Dude, it's crazy that like
from the other side
you guys you haven't ran dry on like being like a hypocrite. It's kind of crazy. Even when the data is in front of you and it's all there and you can see it, and it happens in live motion. It's right there. It's explaining the exact hypocrisy. And you go, he's schizo, he's crazy, he's seeing things. As the movie, and it is playing in front of you. Guys, I'm not... It's right there. Look, if I click play,
Okay, I'm purchasing.
It's
I'm
right
adding funds.
there! You can see it!
I'm adding funds.
I mean, WXQC coming in with the actual good takes there. Hassan fans cannot see the facts right in front of their face. They can see their idol there being completely wrong, but instantly will ignore anything because he's their infallible deity.
He's actually just showing everybody how bad it is. That's why he's playing it.
Whatever, right? Continue engaging in that.
Not because he's being paid.
Right there. Right, so this next part, Ethan calls out Hassan. Basically, Hassan was comparing himself.
Not because it makes a lot of ad revenue, because it gets into the algorithm.
To an NYC
Gotcha
politician.
games are popular.
And
Why is Pro Jared down there in the corner?
then Ela calls him out for, saying that they're, hallucinating anti-Semitism and, branding her as some sort of terrorist.
Only left representatives are Destiny and Hassan.
Well, that's not true either, but...
And they both suck. They're uncharismatic. And they
Well, that
suck.
part's true.
They're horrible. They're horrible representatives of the left. You said we want more Zoran Mamdanis, and then you said I suck.
Hassan, he thinks he is. He thinks he is him. He doesn't even realize he's Hassan Biker, the fucking the
one that sucks.
terrorist supporting dude with an anger issue that's constantly yelling and screaming at his chat and starting fights with people.
Yeah, he thinks that he's a pirate from One Piece, but actually he's just an actual real life evil pirate. He's one of the bad pirates.
You're
Probably
not
a butt
him.
pirate.
He doesn't know that he doesn't realize that he's not Mamdani.
And all of the negative associations and all of the drama that follows everywhere I go.
He's literally Homelander. He thinks he's the hero, but he does all this bad shit. And like, he knows he's a bad guy, but he's also like, everybody's a bad guy. I'm the best out of everybody. I'm a hero. I'm doing good for the world. Even the bad things that I do, the ends justify the means.
That is completely outside of my power because I've just tried to.
We could start by not calling my wife a terrorist.
How dare you call me a terrorist every week when anti-Semitism is at an all-time high?
Yeah, projection. Super projection.
You're hallucinating.
Like, you're just trying to get me killed.
You're hallucinating, sweetheart.
Yes.
You're hallucinating. Like, that's not what they're fucking doing. Like, projection. It's all projection. Literally take anything they say. Anything they say. They don't know how to not.
Hallucinating, of course. We're not anti-Semitic at all, guys. And she's totally right, right? Legitimately, these people will justify murder against these propagandists, right? Anyone who disagrees with them, essentially. And by calling you a terrorist or giving you that label, it gives people in Hassan's audience or these people basically free reign. Like, oh, I'm taking down this bad person, right? So it's very dangerous, right? And, the people I call terrorists are actual, U.S. designated terrorist groups, all right? So obviously, they did it to themselves. But what Hassan is doing here, calling like Ethan's wife a terrorist, that's just ridiculous. You're legitimately doing real world harm here. And of course, Hassan has been comparing himself to his current favorite politician, the Zoran guy or whatever. He considers himself like the perfect person, the representation of the left or something, like this deity figure or something. You just don't understand, because in his head, he is this narcissistic, flawless person, just on a different level than everybody. So he's always so shocked when people give him bad PR, like, what the heck? You just described me, the perfect person here. How can you say that I'm bad? Now, do you guys remember when Hassan called Israelis inbred? Well, apparently he's actually done this a lot in the past, and this is like just a small portion of the compilation I saw.
Not Hassan Piker.
Recoiled when people scream resist by any means, telling us that we are all inbred and that we have no culture. We shudder when an activist held up a sign telling Jewish students they were Hamas's next targets, and we
started chasing us, calling us in the middle of campus, calling us inbred, that we have no culture. One of them grabbed my friend's Israeli flag in the middle of campus.
Just a bunch of fucking inbred hicks. Imagine the most inbred white supremacist guy you can imagine, okay? Inbred fucking douchebag wearing...
Like I'm saying, take everything they say. All projection. I think he's mad at the fact that there's some inbreeding going on in his family. That's probably what he's mad about. That somewhere along in his bloodline, there was some inbreeding and it made him retarded.
fucking military fatigues, shooting another Israeli dude because he thought, oh, I thought he was a terrorist. I thought he was terrorist. God, these inbred fucking douchebags in the background, dude.
Dude, how many times has he said the word inbred? And especially in that context as well, I feel like there's no excuse. I thought that was...
How many times you got to say it before people realize that that's just on your mind?
like the only time he said it the last time we looked at that clip, but there's like an entire library of time. I think this guy might be anti-Semitic.
Who figured this out? Who found this out? Like, there's some actual autistic people out there just combing through everything.
Guys, I just don't know. And always got to resort to the most like petty.
Like, everything you say on the internet, they will find out about it, and they will clip it, and they will compile it, and there will be videos about it.
Insults ever. Never gonna fight on any arguments or anything like that. I'll just call them inbred. You know, just call them some name to discredit them. PDF files, school shooter, mom murdering cockroach, rapist, something like that. Just discredit anything they say, right? Just completely brand them as something that's so disgusting that you don't want to listen to anything they say. Moving on to Hassan versus Tectone. Hassan, once again, is there with Noah Samson, and he keeps bringing up the essay accusations against him. Admits that he has no idea what the situation is.
I wish to only be as bald as Tectone is when I actually go bald.
Is, but he just goes with it because that's the sound strategy. If I don't like you, I automatically believe all accusations against you, and if I do like you, it never happened, obviously.
Even though they don't accept us, and this new era is just a bunch of fucking pussy limp dicks.
No, he has sexual assault allegations against him.
He has such a way with words.
From, I think, his, like, I don't know the fucking full details, but he's just like a weird, creepy guy, right?
You guys are witnessing history.
See it. You see it with like the Ethan shit. Like there is a decent amount of people in Ethan Klein's community that
speed it up.
Ironically think so like slow. I am responsible for Kamala Harris losing the election.
Right.
Like, what do you say to a person like that?
Yeah, guys, I have no idea what the accusations are, who even made them, but, you know, I feel like it, so he's probably a creep, and all the accusations are probably true, you know? Hassan research...
Yep, they base everything that they say off of feelings. Everything they say, think, or do, it's all based on feelings and emotions.
101, that's just a classic. But anyways, Tectone responded, and Asmongold responded.
Here we go. Even though they don't accept us in this new era.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Same. Oh, man, same thing, huh, son? Oh, that's a good one. Oh, Jesus.
He's just so really good to listen to.
Anyways, are we going to fight or what? What's going on, man? What are we doing? Listen, man, you got to either fight me or Sam Hyde or talk to Destiny on call, man. Choose one.
He's not going to go against the Candyman.
Right? We don't get to be a pussy our entire life. We're going to be a big boy, okay? We'll settle this one-on-one, okay? We'll have your terrorist father versus my father. All right, there's no way that you're going to run from me and Sam Hyde and Destiny, right? Like, you're going to have to do one. There's no way we've all but you.
Yeah, out of all three, he's probably going to choose Destiny because he's the easiest one to take down.
It's hard mentally. There's no way. You can't just keep running around. Eventually, your community's going to ask you, why does this big guy run away from every single person who tries to resolve their issues? They call you BFN, Hassan. BFN. That means big for nothing. Come on, big guy. Let's be
bitch for nothing.
Adult, we can do this. I genuinely believe this is the most unlikable human being on earth. Like, I hate this man with my whole soul. This guy is a genuinely evil person.
Yep.
No, I mean this from my whole soul.
Yeah, I think that if he himself is not a demon, he's definitely under control by demons.
I genuinely believe that God put Hassan on this earth to be a vile piece of shit, to tempt the morals of a normal human being to see if they agree with this person. Like,
you know what they call those? They call those antichrists.
I mean, this guy is a fucking demon with human skin peeled over him.
He's like, I don't know the fucking full details, but he's just like a weird, creepy guy, right?
Sure, yeah, he has allegations against him. That's true. I have not seen any proof that even slightly suggests that Tectone...
Yeah, he says proof, he means evidence. There's not even any evidence. Proof That would mean whether he did it or not, you know? Evidence is like, this points toward him doing the thing or not doing the thing. And there's not even that.
Was sexually assaulting anybody. Nothing to substantiate. Yeah, there's...
Bro, I can't wait until I get some crazy allegations about me happen, because I have literally done nothing my entire fucking life. I'm basically Asmongold, but cleaner, I guess. Maybe lazier. Not when it comes to the environment around me, but when it comes to like going out and hanging out and doing things and like committing crimes, I didn't really do that. I just kind of stayed indoors, stayed home, or at other people's houses, and we just chilled, smoked pot. That's pretty much my life.
There's no witnesses of this. In fact, all of the other people that were around him said this didn't happen.
Dude, I pointed this out before, but Hassan really just goes, he wakes up and goes, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, you know, who do I slander today? And this guy was actually, had the audacity to talk about how he has such a wonderful case against Ethan. He could totally sue him. And Ethan was
like, I've never even talked to girls online. I just don't do that. I've only had one girlfriend, and it was for a decade. And I guarantee that anything that she has to say that's bad about me that led to our being broken up isn't enough to get me canceled. Because it's just like, oh, this was a basic bad relationship, and dude was being kind of shitty, chick was being kind of shitty. And it just ended up being bad because two immature people were together doing shitty things. Yeah. Yeah. That's basically how it went.
trying to bait him into suing for defamation, which
and
is
she's probably not even going to come out and say anything about me, because at the end of the day, she's a pretty good person. She just did some shitty things, but who hasn't?
the most ridiculous theory ever. I don't know, I feel like by doing this, you just sort of hurt your own credibility, even the little bit you actually have left between your
By the way, I was 1,000 times shittier than she was.
Audience, right? And I guarantee you, if Tectone was this extreme far lefty terrorist supporter, Hassan would be glazing him, right? Hassan would be like, well, I need forensic evidence, you know, I need to analysis, I need to see it happen in front of me, obviously, which is what he did with the October 7 Hamas thing, right?
Forensic evidence. Credible
That's why I said Pixar didn't happen, bro.
Not
You
enough
need
to prosecute.
Hassan needs
Credible circumstantial evidence is not enough.
Pixar didn't happen, right?
Prosecute.
Also, keep in mind, Hassan has literally said in the
Got
past
him.
that he has no problem with SA or date grape happening.
I mean, Hassan did say that about the chick getting raped. Pixar, it didn't happen.
As long as the victim is a rich college girl or something, or you know, a victim of Hamas, it seems like, then he's all peachy with it, right? And I feel like he has no problem ruining people's lives that he disagrees with, which is just not a principled way to live here. Thanks for watching, guys. Love you guys. I don't say that a lot, so I should probably say. So yeah, thank you for watching, and thank you for all the support. This whole series has been amazing. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Oh, he didn't tell us a quick video. He didn't do his normal intro. Holy shit, that was different. All right, awesome, man. Yeah, all these people are completely fucked. And the longer it lasts, the more content we have. Just make more and more content. And if it starts to get boring, we'll move on. We'll go to somebody else, start talking about them. It's great. Forever. Content forever. Woo! Let's go. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for all the notifications.